So the three funnels you need if you want to automate leads and sales and scale to seven figures. And again, if you're not to seven figures, your first goal should be six figures. But these are the funnels that have helped my clients scale to seven and even eight figures and have totally changed my life, my business. So great. We've got some people ready on Zoom who are going to be ready to get coached and be on camera in a few minutes. So it'll be really, really fun. And so let's get going. Let's see if the arrow will work or if I have to click it down here. So the main topics today will be number one, an overview of what online marketing really is right now. I always like to do an overview of that. Number two will be your systems to scale, the three offers and funnels you need to automate leads and sales. And then we're going to do Q&A, live coaching, and some opportunities to get a scholarship and prizes from this week. So I want to introduce myself officially. I am Tiana Smith, CEO of TianaSmithCoaching.com and the Seven Figure Club. I'm a sales funnel and marketing expert and techie, and I've built thousands of funnels for clients the last 10 years. And for 10 years prior to that, I did media, marketing, booking, PR in the music business. So I have over 20 years of experience in marketing, design, and media. I've done social media marketing for celebrities and large companies like Warner Brothers, Sony, 6, 7, and 8-figure leaders around the world, run my agency. I have over 40 of my songs licensed in TV, film, and I'm a Sony published songwriter. I've also had published music in Disney, ABC, and NBC. And why I bring that up is it's relevant because I booked all that myself. And I booked it through some of these exact processes I still teach today about branding, funnels, being a go-getter, believing in yourself. Okay. I promise you can do anything. And I was a single mom living and working and traveling. And now I'm married. This is my husband. And we have a blended family. There's 4 kids, us two, and then we have 2 doodles, a sheepadoodle and a labradoodle. So a little bit about me. And my husband is stationed in the Air Force active duty here in Dallas. And so I get to fly all over the world, though, for my family and for clients and for opportunities and just to enjoy life. And that is all possible because of what I have built in my business. So that's why I'm very passionate about sharing this with you, because there was a time when my kids were younger and when I was trying to figure out my business that it really seemed out of reach to go to London, to go to overseas, to go to Paris. And so I share these pictures because now I'm able to fly to New York and to Nashville and fund my music career and a musical I'm writing and work with some of these top musicians, living in California by the ocean or now here in Dallas, traveling to Portugal, Paris, London. I've done business in all those places and had a ton of fun. So I really share all this because whether you want to grow a full-blown team and scale to however big, or if you want to be on the go and make 6 figures and live where you want, wherever your goals are in between that, well, one, I'd love to know in the comments, what is your ideal for now? And it can always change. So please put it in the comments or in the Q&A if you're in the chat. What is your personal ideal? Like in a sentence or two, like, I want to make this much and I want to have the freedom to fill in the blank. And I'd love to know what that is for you. So amazing people I've got to work with. Like there's lots of companies. And the reason I put over here on the right, though, the big majority is the clients I've got to work with, the friends I've got to work with. People have flown to me. I've flown to them. I've been featured in Amy Porterfield's group as a tech expert multiple times and trained her people as well and worked on big campaigns with these companies and even more companies. But my passion is really helping entrepreneurs get to their first 6 and then 7 figures, whatever that is to them that frees their life. You know, there's women on here who have children and dads and grandparents even, and being able to help bring families together to provide hope and legacy is what I'm all about. So I'm excited to be here with you today. So let's talk about online marketing and what does online marketing even mean and what is a funnel, okay? This is important to understand and it's okay if it doesn't quite make sense. I hope that after this, it'll all come together. And so where you should start to monetize fast, and I use the word monetize to mean like to make money, okay? I saw some, April says, I want to have a multi-million-dollar business and the freedom to travel with my family, 100%. And it really takes that to travel with a family. And I mean, it's fun because you actually get to support your local economy, the global economy as well. So it's a very exciting time to be an entrepreneur. So here's where we want to start though to monetize fast. So I made an even more in-depth version of this. It's in the Scale Your Biz playbook, but this is one that feel free to take a screenshot. Just give me credit, of course. This is really, really where it's at, friends. This is like the overview of as a coach or course creator. This is not really like small business owners who are local. Like we would operate this a tiny bit different, but the top things up here would stay the same. So up at the very top is you and your brand, okay? And we talked about how the free offer funnel is a thing that's going to guide you to the email list. And today we're going to go in depth on that. There's also a sales qualification funnel. If any of you are selling any kind of high, like or a mid-level to high ticket programs, you're usually going to have to qualify somebody for a sale or like get them into a live challenge, like a Facebook challenge. There's marketing. Marketing is, TikTok, social media, email marketing, I put on its own thing, but podcasts would go here. Anything that's like a way for people to learn about you. And like a lot of times people get confused and get it wrong. Like podcasts are doing that as the top of the brand. No, you are always the top of your brand. You've got paid offers. You might have marketing channels like a podcast, like social media, but I really want you to see that it's an ecosystem and it all goes together. Now, your paid offers can always change. They might be called something. There could be courses here. There could be VIP days here. There can be closet makeover days here. There can be live events, and depending on how much you charge is where they fall in these categories. So this one I put like a few bucks. These are stacks of some hundreds. And this is like, you really can make a lot of money, like a bag full of money, man. Like it's amazing. So low ticket items, again, to review are things like digital download. And this is where you could upsell from your free offer funnel. This would be one of those upsell items, which we're going to be talking about on point 3 today. Mid-level programs would be things like a monthly group coaching that's affordable. Like let's say it's $197 a month or $97 a month, or even up to $1,000. There's mid-level touch support at that point. Maybe you have a monthly call instead of a weekly call. You might have a group text, not a one-to-one text. And then with high ticket programs, remember, the more money somebody spends, they want more of a high touch. So if you want to put in the comments like high ticket would equal high touch. And it's really important to remember that. I was actually watching this really cool new show that I'm very excited about. I think it's called The Agency, but it's in French. I'm very excited to keep watching this show. The thing is, I love to watch things that are inspiring and help you believe for more. And the family runs this kind of legacy business out of Paris, France, and it's the parents, the 4 adult children, and then they're bringing the kids, like the kids have their kids and they're bringing them like to work and they're all working together. And why I say that is they talked about on that show too, they sell high like luxury real estate, 5 million and up typically. And they're like, these people need that high touch. And I want to tell all of you, if you want to sell things that are 5K, 10K, 20K, they actually usually are easier clients than the like mid-level. However, they're going to be demanding in the sense of they just paid you a lot of money. So they want that high touch, right? So they want that tech support. They want that tech support. They want that, hey, will you just come in here? Like, let's say it was somebody, the difference would be a mid-level program. Somebody pays $500, $1,000. They take your closet makeover course, right? There's really no one-to-one support. Somebody else pays you $10,000, they're essentially wanting you to go to the store with them, even if you're not you're picking out clothes for them online, you're sending them checkout stuff, like you're just like helping them get that transformation. And the other thing with the word high would be high ticket, high touch, high transformation, and faster transformation. So that's like down here what these things list. So if you start to think about like where do certain products fall, and you can have them in each of the levels. I do teach when you're first starting out, really go high ticket, high transformation to get the cash flow in. So then you can pour the money into ads to grow your email list so that you can sell lower ticket items. Okay. So this is a very big part of the strategy. It's one slide, but does that make sense? Put a yes in the comments if you're like, I'm getting it over and over again. Like this is making more sense. I'm getting there with this, right? So let's keep going on to the next part. So do you want your brand to make people feel? We talked about this a little bit yesterday. So for me, these are personal pictures. This is me with the kids in Hawaii about a year and a half ago. This was underneath the Eiffel Tower this last year. This was in Paris a couple years ago when I went by myself and did a launch. So when you show photos of things, the vibes, the colors, the adventure, it should show. And it looks like Hawaii. It's the side of a mountain, but we were on top of a canyon in Hawaii. But the point is like the joy, the love. How do you want to make people feel? And this was really important. So if you know your words or even description, put that in the comments too. Like, how do you want your brand to make people feel? And the branding piece, as well as just your overall vibe, is going to translate through the internet. But the thing we talked about yesterday too was that looks matter. You only have 2 seconds to grab a stranger's attention. And so you gotta play to win. Everybody write in the comments, play to win. When your brand's on point, when your photos are on point, when your video's on point, it just makes it so much easier for people to buy from you. And what you want is an easy yes. My yes button's at home, like, the staples, or the easy button is at home, but you want that that was easy. Like, that's what you want. Like, it's just like, it looks beautiful, right? Like, even this aesthetics of this page here, like, I'm like, oh, I did a good job with it, but it takes time to get good aesthetics, right? And so you want someone who has an eye for it, or you want to learn from somebody who can teach you how to do it yourself. So let's talk now about the 3 offers and the 3 funnels you need. Because I could talk about the funnels, but the offers go with them. And the goal is cold to sold. So type a number 1 in the comments if you want to help people go from cold to sold, or even just write it out. Yes, cold to sold. Like, you want that. You want that vibe with them. This is a beautiful cafe in my favorite park in Paris. And I love it. I got to, this was when I went a few years ago by myself. And this summer I got to go there with my husband and my kids. And it was such a prayer answer and a joy, again, because of my business. So the free offer, funnel number 1, your free offer is a gift you're giving a prospect in exchange for their information. Examples are a song, a PDF, a video training, a digital download. If you're in e-commerce or a store, it could be a coupon to their first month of service, like at a gym. It can be a number of things. It could be like, gyms do free first personal training session, right? We'll give you a body analysis. And then you're like, I need a trainer. Right? So ideally, and that's such a great free offer, because I always say, like, a great free offer gives people a mini transformation. Let's take the gym, for example. They put you on the machine and it prints the thing out and they talk to you about your goals. And you're like, I could try to do this myself, or I could hire this person and get there faster, have support, have encouragement, right? And that's what you guys want to be giving people when you are doing this, is you want to give them something that there's like a mini transformation. Oh no. It's trying to record a Loom now. Just a minute. I don't want to record a Loom. I want to go back to my presentation. Okay, Loom is trying to start up. I pressed the wrong button. 1 minute. I need to fix it. Also, if any of you guys want to even come on camera pretty soon, just let me know. And I'm trying to get out of Loom. Like, I don't know why Loom is open. I'm just trying to press cancel and get out of Loom. Record things at the same exact time. Like, no. Okay, let's keep going. Present. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. Hopefully. Here's Zoom. Let's go here. Oh, it's life. I'm just a human over here. Okay, so we're here. Let's go to this one. Can you see the screen? Is it on the right screen at this point? Am I doing this? I could do it. I could do it. All right. And then you guys let me know who's on Zoom if you guys are ready to come live in a couple minutes. So then the second funnel is a high ticket VIP funnel. So this means you're qualifying leads for a high ticket sales. I put a screenshot of mine. And what this is like, if you're trying to sell a higher level course or a certification program, a group coaching membership, or one-to-one, you want something that qualifies people for the sale. Because some people are charging the amount of like a vehicle, and nobody gets to go and try out a vehicle unless you're pre-approved, right? This is a pre-approval, a qualification funnel. It's very important. Okay. So put Q, because qualification is harder to spell, but if you can do it, put qualification in the comments. Okay. So what we want is a qualification funnel. All right. The third funnel that we want is something that you're creating residual income. So I hear that a lot from people. And the problem is that most people don't really understand how big your list needs to be to actually create this. And that's why I started with the overview. If you saw that up top, and let me just double check that this isn't, if you saw it up top, right? Just a moment. Sorry, I was having a tech issue and somebody was checking on it with me. Okay, so if you saw on our first slide about how I said the free offer funnel and the money coming to the email list, in order to really create money from lower or even mid-level sales like books, courses, smaller price group coaching, digital templates, your email list has to be 30K, 70K, really 100K. Like I would say the 30K spot is where a lot of people that I've worked with say they hit like where they can maybe make like 6 figures from their lower ticket, and then like their higher ticket, they're finally hitting 7 figures. That's usually a turning spot, 30 to 50K list. I'm not talking about social media followers. I'm talking about an email list. So what we want to do though, is you can still build it with the end in mind, right? So this is a bigger picture funnel. This one is amazing. And the cool thing is, even if you're not selling a ton at first, a lot of my higher ticket one-to-ones come from my lower ticket courses and even downloads or my freedom planner, like a $30 or $50 product. So it's an amazing one to have. And I do recommend it. And I do set it up for people, but you need to keep in mind not to expect 6 figures from it right away. But if you have some money that you can allocate from the VIP prices, put $1,000 a month, ideally, into Facebook ads in 3 months, 6 months, and within a year, you could be having that 6-figure residual income where, yeah, you could just take off for work. And then you can scale it to 7, 1 to 3 years is usually what that's going to take. Unless, again, you've got some kind of awesome capital and somebody that's either giving you money or you're in a business loan. But all this is going to take cash flow, friends. Okay. So I'm just giving you the tools. So does this all make sense? Is this helpful? So we talked about these 3 funnels. We're going to keep going in depth on it. Okay. So those are the offers. So we're going to like just keep nailing it to the wall right now. So type the number 3 in the comments if you're ready to see how these offers are tied to the funnels and what the funnels, some screenshots of what my personal funnels look like, right? Now, keep in mind, I'm going to share with you some industry trade secrets, okay? And as much as I'm into education and value, the truth is it took me over 20 years to get here. It took me 10 years of studying funnels to finally hit multiple 6 figures. And I would say within 3 years, I was able to help clients, but that's also because I had 10 other years. So the point is years and years and years over decades. So I'm going to share what I can, but my goodies aren't a paid program because come on. Okay, so here's a goodie though, the Evergreen landing page. Now, this is the money here. And this is the part that I see so many people call it in. They just throw up something, and that's why it doesn't convert. Now, over 99% of lead page and landing page funnels just don't convert at all. And this is why. So I'm going to give you, and this is a template that I actually plug and play into our clients' back offices. And if they've hired me for one-to-one work, I write everything for them. We design it up. But otherwise, like in the Automate to Dominate course, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes, you would get all this. But I want to break it down for you because even if you're on here and you already have some of this, this is very important to understand the psychology of why this works. Okay. One is a screenshot of what you're offering. And I don't mean just a screenshot. You want to put a picture of that PDF download or that song or whatever, plus a picture of you in the left-hand side. Okay. People read left to right. So what they're doing is you're going to see a visual first because visuals grab attention faster. Up top, you're going to really call out your ICA up here. If it's coaches, if it's musicians, if it's creatives, if it's entrepreneurs, if it's investors, whoever it is, you're going to get really clear. And then you're going to put the result of what they want. Okay. Your title, which is 80%, put that in the comments. This headline is 80% of why somebody will or will not move forward. And that's assuming you have good design and branding. That's only based on copy. If this all looks sucky, even if this sounds good, they're probably still not going to put it in. So one thing I see people do is like not getting this right. So then you're going to have the title, the headline here. You're going to remind them it's 100% free and here's what they get. and then there's bullet points. And then the other thing here is you've got to make sure this button is above the fold. Put that in the comments. Button is above the fold. You need to make sure that that is working for you, that somebody does not need to scroll. And the other thing that I didn't put on here, but just coming to mind, is always check everything from the mobile too. It's tricky sometimes because it can look good on a desktop, but unless it's mobile optimized as well as SEO optimized, it can be a mess. So the follow-up to this funnel is making sure that you have an automated email sequence. Okay, like write that all out. Meaning when somebody puts their name and email on the other page and that pop-up comes up, that there is an email that goes out immediately that has their download, has a video training, all that. One of my big secrets that I'm going to share right now is a bonus video training that I always offer when somebody downloads, when they have the free offer. I teach this to my clients. It's an incredible thing. It essentially positions you as their coach immediately. It's almost like a mini course at that point. It brings so much value. And then when they go to that page, hopefully I have that page on here. I don't, secrets. Sometimes you got to withhold some things, right? Can't give away the whole pie. You got to buy that pie. But on that thank you page it's going to have the download again. It's going to have a video of you walking them through it. And immediately they're like, what? Like, this person's giving me all this for free. So when it comes time to buy, they're going to hire you, right? That's just the thing. And the other part of this is, here's the truth. Most people, like your competitors, will not do this work or investment. They won't invest in the Lux brand. They won't invest in the funnels that work and are mobile optimized. So yay for you. You stand apart from the crowd. Congratulations. And you're going to automate these highly qualified leads and sales. Isn't that great? So be like, yeah, you're right. It was work. Yeah, it was an investment. And that's what makes it so that you stand apart from all your competitors. I just love it. I'm like, sure, I'll spend that money because my competitor won't. Sure, I'll put in those email hours because my competitor won't. So I immediately just keep rising and rising and rising to the top because most people aren't willing to do the work. So it's a great day and age, once again, to be an entrepreneur. And it's a great day and age to do the extra work because most people will not. So good on you if you're ready to do it and invest. Okay, let's talk about that second funnel. So put the number 2 in there. HTQF, 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 HTQF. Okay, put HTQF in the comments. Obviously, that's what we're going to put in the comments. That is your premium offer. That is your flagship offer. You can call it whatever you want. It's all the same. Okay, it's all the same. Don't worry about it when people say these things. It's all the same. It's that one main offer. It can be a course if you're not a one-to-one person. It could be a course plus some group coaching. It could be a one-to-one done for you offer. But the point is you're going to have one main offer, and this funnel is how you're going to qualify people for it, because you don't have time to be getting on calls with people who aren't qualified, who don't have the money, who have a bad attitude, fill in the blank of what's going on. You don't want to work with them. And so you got to figure out a way to qualify them while also positioning yourself with power for qualifying yourself to them without barely trying, right? Like, it's just like a done deal. You're like, this is awesome. I love it. HTQF. So we want to automate this process, right? Like, this is important. So when I go over here, this is a little bit of what mine looks like, okay? And by a little bit, it's what mine looks like, but there's more on the page. So I'll give you that link where you can go check that out later. It's a page with a clear call to action. And once again, you're calling people out. This is where that copywriting is so important. How I teach entrepreneurs to scale their business online with our 3-part proven formula, including Lux branding, done for you funnels, and cash injection coaching. And then you're going to have a pain point without wasting more money and time and coaches and courses that just tell you what to do. We'll get your branding, design, social media headers, automated lead and sales funnels up and do it for you, and then coach you how to monetize it fast. Can you say cash injection, baby? I'll teach you my shortcut system to success. And so at times you only have a sentence, but this isn't that time. This is people who they've already raised their hand. They're already on your list. A lot of times they've followed you on social media and they're like, hey, I'm interested in working with you. You're like, that's great. Please go to this page. And then it guides them through a series of 4 steps. It's a 4-part funnel. You ready? The second page is a qualification form, and this is going to ask very specific questions that are to your ICA, and you're going to qualify them. You're going to ask about money. You're going to ask about their goals. You're going to ask who are the decision makers, because you want that decision maker on the call if they schedule a Zoom. This form alone has changed my life, my business. It's cut down so much time of getting on calls with people that weren't that serious. Like, it's just amazing. So, highly recommend this. And yes, it does sometimes mean that less people get on the call. But what it does mean is you don't waste your time with people who aren't serious and qualified, and like 80-90% close rate, because at this point they're already pretty much sold on you, and you're going to be pretty serious about them too, depending on how they answer the questions. It's very exciting. All right, now for the third funnel, put the ACF while we're into these acronyms, automated course funnel. So remember I talked about on the offer 3 about a lower ticket funnel that you can automate, right? And so this is a very popular funnel that I've built multiple times that has great success for people. And essentially what I do is I actually combine the free offer, right, with a video. So it's a little bit of a webinar funnel, and then it sells the course automatic. And this is usually $1,000 to $2,000, even up to a $10,000 offer we've sold with these. And then there's confirmation, but then we even have another upsell. Hey, would you like to go fast track? And then we've got a strategy call, the assessment page. It kind of combines the last funnel. This is an amazing funnel. It's so helpful. It's so nice. You're getting automated leads, automated sales, and then you're qualifying people for a potential upsell. And at any point, they can exit the funnel. This is a big shebang funnel. Like, oh yeah. So who's interested in an automated course funnel? It's a pretty great one. So, as you all know, and everybody knows, transformation is greater than information. We live in an information inundation age. I'll try saying that 10 times fast. I liked it. I said it. Meaning, like, you can go search on YouTube, you can search on Pinterest, you can search on Google. But now the thing is, you don't know what is truth. And on top of not knowing what's really going to work, you don't know who these people are, even telling you to go do this thing. Okay, so there's 2 areas that I'm a master at. One is music and one is marketing. And having been in both for most of my life, I know when somebody is BSing. And the thing is, most people are. And so when you have knowledge in something, you're able to discern. But if you're where I was a few years ago and I was trying to figure out more of the marketing monetization funnel piece, I went down a lot of bunny trails with people who, like, even if it wasn't like a lie, it wasn't the correct information for where I was. And that's when I learned that strategy and support and knowing, like, having that feedback so you don't waste your time, so you don't take all that time, because you can always make more money, but you can't get your time back. Right. And so more of you, like more of me equals more transformation for my clients, more of my team. So I'm really excited to share with you, my offer. And the thing is, like, Michael Jordan fan here. I mean, he's the greatest, right? I mean, there's other people, but like he is. And every great athlete, coach, musician had or has a coach or a mentor or a teacher guiding them, rooting for them, and helping them take the right next steps. And business is no different, especially right now. So, in my 7-figure club, we have multiple programs. The program I'm going to tell you about right now and give you an opportunity to get a $3,000 scholarship is called Automate to Dominate. But we do a one-to-one done for you work and a full agency and a full team that we can do everything. Having been in business for 20 years, I put together and curated this incredible team of people who know what they're doing and they're incredible at it. Okay. So we've helped 100,000 plus leads from our funnels, 30 million plus in sales, and 111 times we've cried about it. And my specialty and our specialty at the 7-figure club is helping clients scale through their education, their services, their products, and online course sales to an extra 7 figures. And we do that in months instead of years and years or never, through proven systems. Okay. Over and over again. So if you go to automatetodominatecourse.com, you can sign up today. I've already put the scholarship pricing in there since we get a lot of messages and comments. And so just so it's done, but you do want to message me because I actually have a special one-to-one bonus for today when you sign up. I have an opportunity to work with me one-to-one as a big bonus when you sign up today and pay in full. And I want to ask you, how would it feel to have your 7-figure funnels, your email marketing automations, your social media graphics, your video marketing techniques, plus 8 weeks of live support? Like, no guessing here. These are real templates. This is not just another course. I gave a screenshot of just some of what's behind here. It will take you from your branding to your systems to all the funnels we just talked about are included in this program. So here's how much it would cost you in time and money if you hired me one-to-one, or if you tried to figure it all out yourself. I can't tell you, but I can tell you the hours worked. It would be a lot. I guesstimated at 25,000. Luxury branding, including fonts, colors, and your brand kit, $10,000. Social media marketing, custom images, videos. Like if I wasn't just consulting, if I was doing that for you, $10,000. My highest converting free offer formula to help you create a free offer that's going to convert plus the funnel would be 20,000. My high ticket sales PDF plus the funnel and the qualification funnel, 20,000, and email automations and texting templates for 30 days of follow-ups, 15,000. So the total cost if you're going to go through and work with me for months and months with my team would be $75,000. And you would make way more than that. You were going to get that ROI. However, for today, what I have available to you is you're going to get access to the course, which guides you through doing all that yourself. I'm going to give you a bonus of 2 months of weekly coaching in our 7-figure club, which includes chat support, feedback, like wall support. It's on the phone as well. You take it with you. Done for you funnel templates, email marketing templates, and at the very end, we'll audit it for you. And all of that is only for $19.97 pay in full or 3 monthly payments of $800. And so all of that is at automatetodominatecourse.com, or you can private message me to let me know when you've signed up, and I will get you the bonus if you sign and pay in full today is a 60-minute strategy call with me, which that alone is usually $1,500. So essentially for just $500, you're getting all this. And we're going to hook you up with one of our team members. We're going to put together your Canva brand kit. So you're going to go through the module first, and then we're going to help you edit it, put it all together, and give you our top converting social media posts. Okay. So a little bit about me and the team. You can read more of this on my website, or if you message me, there's me. I've got a new CEO, a COO, Jessica, and she brings 20 years of business management and marketing. My husband, Eli, who's also in the Air Force, has 15 years experience in sales and marketing. He's in marketing even right now in the Air Force. And he's been helping with our sales and with finance coaching. Brandon is the best, the GOAT paid ad strategist. He's amazing. He gets my cost per video view under a penny, but he also helps me convert it only like $3 to $6 a lead. When I had hired this other super expensive agency and it was costing me $250 a lead. So he's amazing. We have him on the team if you need ads. Carrie is our on-call consultant for SEO and e-commerce. She's amazing. Also a client of mine, just runs an amazing agency herself. She's brilliant. And then Weston does copywriting and consultant on the 7-figure club as well. He's had amazing experience with copywriting. He actually also has a side gig with this huge guy who has 1 million followers. So it's a pretty great team. If you have any questions, now I'm going to do some live coaching, and I can do some audits and take you through some things. And before we do that, I'll tell you a little bit about case studies of people I've worked with. We helped Carl Allen get started online, and in a few years of working with me in the strategies, he hit 25 million, gave me an update a few months ago that they did 3 million in just 2 hours or 4 hours, excuse me, and wanted to give me that referral and wrote out this whole email for me. Kathy's hired me a couple different times to help her. I helped her start her entire business, and we went from 0 to 1,200 leads in 90 days, and she had a $180,000 launch, brought me in recently a couple years after that, and I helped her a part of a $2 million launch. And this is through the proven systems and funnels that you're going to get in the 7-figure club. So you can go to automatetodominatecourse.com. Now I'm going to take some questions and do some fun live coaching. So if you are open to being coached or have any questions about anything from this week and about funnels, let me know, because I'm going to move some people over. So what you can do is in the Q&A is say you're good to be on camera. And if so, I will move you to be on camera. So Jessica, I'm moving you on. Melissa, is it okay? I didn't see yours. I saw that, put your name too, because some of these are coming up anonymous. And so let me know your name in the chat, the Q&A, and say yes to coming on camera. And so then I will move you over to camera. So let me come over here. I think I moved you to promote to, oh, let me see. So panelists, let me see the panelists. So make co-host. I think I have to make you co-host. And Jessica, make co-host. Hey, April. Jessica, I'm bringing you on too. And then I see some others on Zoom. I know there's others live streaming. I don't see any of that right now because I'm just here on Zoom. All right, let's see if I can hear you. I like your hair. That looks cool. Hey, Jessica. All right. I don't see anybody else saying they're good to be on camera. Jessica, will you just like message me if you see anybody else that pops up and says anything? All right, April. So, how are you today? And Jessica, me and Jessica have already talked, but hey, Jessica.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Hi.
excited.
Good. Did you have any questions or thoughts or want me to review anything after kind of seeing all that or even just from this week?
Yeah, I'm just getting started with a funnel,
Mm-hmm.
and I do have a question. Doing I haven't my list and my business is new. My list is small.
Mm-hmm.
So but I've been able to get about I decided to do a workshop.
Okay.
It's like a short little thing. I'm not charged. It'll probably be the only thing I ever do that I don't charge for. And I only did that
I
because
do
my
free
list is so
workshops all
small.
the time. Yeah, that's okay.
So
It's good for leads.
Um, but I was curious, like, should I record that and make that a free workshop? Like after I've done it, could I
Mm-hmm.
use that as a funnel or
Yeah.
like like the free you can watch my,
The
goal
free
settings,
replay.
style vision
Mm-hmm.
workshop.
Yep. Absolutely. So I mean, you're a client already. I know we have a starter package. So since you're in Go High Level now, I'll actually even show you kind of what we do with that if you'd like me to show that to you. Let me get out of this Canva thing. Let me go to my funnels, okay? So let me show you kind of what I do. I'll share my screen if this helps you out.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
great.
Right? Let's just make it really action step things. Okay, so what I like to do is when I do a workshop is let's see this one how it says like 10 steps. I'll actually add a page of the funnel to my free offer funnel and then I actually connect this to an automated email list as well. So, okay, for example, I've been making a bunch of YouTube stuff with my YouTube lady. So I'll give everybody a little trick really quick, just because you asked. Okay. Do you see this thing over here that says clone funnel step?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you press that, it actually puts a whole brand new funnel step into that funnel. So you do have to retitle it, right? But if I come over here and I go to publishing, so let's say you said, okay, it's a style workshop. What's the date?
Um, it's the date,
Yeah.
Sunday the 28th.
January 28th. So
Mhm.
you'd also like change all this. I'm like giving free like whatever. It just takes me a minute. I'm like the wise people will come alongside. They want to get the goods all the time, right? Okay, so now let's go edit it. So if I was going to do this, like let's say you've got the funnel going, like you've got the opt-in, you have the thank you page. Well, then you can make the replay page over here. So you'd add your logo and then you just say like style, um, makeover replay 12824, for example. Say in this video, I did this. You'd add a
Mhm.
video link right here. So you can upload it to YouTube. You can do it as unlisted or just live on YouTube. It's good too, because you might get traction on YouTube. Put your links on YouTube as well. You literally just put your video URL and then you can do like a call to action here. So in this one that I just grabbed, which I kind of grabbed the wrong one, I actually have a whole form for a free biz audit. But what I usually like to do, I'm going to delete that, is I usually like to have a button. So what I would do is I would like come over here and I would grab a button, not a green one, but we can change the color. And I would put my brand colors, right? And it would say like, yes. Wait, that's not the element. Oh, is it? Let me go see. Where is the here it is, text. Yes. I want a freestyle call. Like I'm gonna pretend I'm you for a minute, okay? Yes. I want it all capital. I want a freestyle strategy call, right? And
Mhm.
then you can also add like other fun stuff, like change the fonts. I don't love this font. We'll do that later. Like you can actually add a little icon, like a phone, right? Old school phone. Some people are like, what is that? I don't know. Uh, I don't even know what that is. What is that? Where's an iPhone? Where is it? Okay, anyway. And then you can change your font, whatever you want, right? You can see that one's more legible. And then this would be like, are you ready to have a one-to-one guide to help you create your dream style in 2024? I now have 3 open spots for a free style call. Click to schedule now, for example. And then you
Mhm.
could have that. So not only are you then able to use this page, right?
Mhm.
Then you can go back here and you can grab the link. Every single page, when it's a funnel page, in Go High Level or any program, it has a hyperlink. So you don't have to always like buy a link for it. Do you see this page? You literally go view live page and you grab this hyperlink and then you can put that in your emails. Or you
Mhm.
could buy a domain name for it if you wanted. But this is kind of, did that help you? So I do that all the time. So I take the replay, I put it up, I use it for my email list, like, hey, in case you weren't able to make it, here's a replay of it, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Is that cool?
Cool. Yeah. Thank
And then
you.
you're welcome. And then you wanna take this, like, well, you're gonna be in Go High Level with us. So what you want is ideally you wanna take it to, like, this is, the sales qualification funnel. Everybody remember SQF in the comments right now, Q&A. Then you really wanna take them to the full shebang funnel, which, like, we're doing a website. We are not doing this funnel yet. You can always get an add-on. But, like, you can have a qualification form in the meantime as well, right? Like, it's being slow probably because 'cause I'm on a screen share. So, did that help though? Like you understand, like you can always repurpose those videos, those workshops, and yeah, I always repurpose the good ones.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sometimes I'm like, that's getting deleted off YouTube, and I hate the way I look at that. Yeah, yeah. So it just depends. So, yeah. Do you have any other questions? Or I see there's a few more people left on attendee mode. If any of you guys want to come over to camera, or just you can also just put a question in the Q&A as well. And I mean, April, if nobody else is there, you're also welcome to ask any questions, or we can all just party like it's 1999. It is Friday. Is it Friday? It is so not Friday. It is Wednesday.
So
It's
how
go ahead.
many emails would you put in the follow-up email sequence once someone joins your list?
1,000,000. Yeah, I'm gonna do like a Guinness Book of World Records. No, okay, so okay, when you're first starting, I do like to do 3 is the minimum. And like that's in because you're in the program, like I have a template for that. And if you haven't filled that out yet, I would put that on your to-dos for next steps. And that is it's in the Automate to Dominate modules about the email. So I first do it in Google mainly because like when you're editing emails online, like I remember this from the old days of like just English class, right? Like you're like typing and you don't press save in the old Word documents. Well, that still happens a lot on like email things or some accidental delete. So one is you want to write the emails in the Google document. And then when you're done with them, the other nice part about that is if you did ever change email servers, like you still keep a copy of all your like automations in Google. That's
Mhm.
very helpful. And that's also nice too if you ever like want to run it through an AI for help or even hire a copywriter for help or our team. Like it's nice to have that. So we don't have to log in somewhere. Okay. Side note. 3 is nice. Essentially, email 1 is like, hey, here's your free gift. Here's the video. Email 2 is like, hey, did you see that free gift? Here's another kind of thing that I like to help people with. Maybe you give them either another bonus link, like that one link, like, hey, another bonus thing is here's that I did this video training recently on style. If you want that extra, and just make sure you click here to get that free, download. And then email 3, and you're like pretty much doing these like just day by day. So immediately 24 hours later, and then another 24 hours later would be like to invite them to something like the group. Now, that's just like to not overwhelm people when they're starting. Okay. Just those 3. I think they're very doable. But ideally, you want like full 7 to 30 days, really, honestly. Like 14 is the minimum. When I was working with a big ad agency, it's 14. And it's really over 30 days. So if you only have 14 emails, it needs to go every other day. But ideally, you really want to be getting in people's inbox for 30 days straight and providing a lot of value. And I understand that can sound extremely overwhelming at first. So 3 will do. But that means then that you have to also this is not in place of weekly newsletters, right? So you want to be sending these weekly newsletters and making sure that you're staying in people's inbox. Ideally it's 3 times a week, weekly newsletters. So honestly, like being a brand is a lot of work, and the content creation and the follow-up is the fortune. And I think where most people do not get like what they're really looking for financially is they have not committed themselves to daily social media, a long form email automation sequence, right? Really full of value. And then
Hmm.
emailing their list 3 times a week, but you can't email your list 3 times a week just asking for a sale. That's the other thing. This is about like what's going on. Do you have a new blog post? Do you have a new podcast? So those newsletters are meant to then integrate that. So we're talking about a minimum of a 3 automated free offer funnel. Like let's simplify it to a beginner. You've got the free offer funnel, you get them 3 emails automated. You also just, even if there's only 10 people on your email list or however many, you're going to start these weekly emails. At least 2 a week, and at least weekly. I'd say if I was giving somebody like, okay, for your first 30 days to do this, let's start to nurture your email list and don't even ask for a sale for 30 days. And that's part of what I like about a 30-day email sequence is I personally don't even want to ask for anything in the 30 days. Now, I might have in the footer of the email newsletter, like click here for a free biz audit or programs. Because the truth is, if you're giving such amazing value for 30 freaking days, people are going to click on some stuff. So I actually don't think it's necessary to do an upsell during 30 days. I do know people that do it, but most people that I personally follow a 30-day value first approach.
Hmm.
Was that more than you asked for?
No, no, that's really helpful because I do email them once a week,
Yeah. So maybe just
but
work on the second time.
I don't have any sequences set up. So,
Yeah. So getting the first sequence start with 3 days. And then, like, a smart thing to do would be like, here's the way to do it. Okay. So I believe in like action and integration. If you wanted to create a 30-day automated email sequence, this is what I would do. And I've done this. You'd say to your list, hey, listen, starting February 1st, I'm actually challenging myself to writing to you every single day with a style or tip of some sort. It might be about makeup, it might be about hair or clothing. And every day I'm going to be writing just a short style tip. I'd love to know your questions about style. I'm going to be answering all questions. And then what I would do, April, is I would write them all for 30 days straight. After you write the one email, turn it into an evergreen email and add it to an automated sequence. So at the end of February, well, February is not 30 days, so you need to start on like January 29th. Um, is you would have, like, if you started Monday, for example, in 4 weeks, you would then not only have just massively warmed up your list, and you might lose a couple people because they're like, how annoying. She's emailing me every day with style help when I really need it. And you're like, okay, you go, keep being that. Yeah. I turned into like Fred Drescher right then. And yeah, like people again, I'm like old. Like I know who Fran is, and there's a phone on my button list right now. Anyway, so Fran is awesome. Actually, she just helped the writers in LA. She's like president of I think the Screenwriters Guild or something. I'm like, please don't quote me on the name of it, but the Hollywood writers, and she helped them win their latest strike. So go, Fran. So still a beautiful woman. Anyway, so then you'd have that done and you'd have warmed up your list and probably closed some sales, and you'd have this sequence. And I would recommend that to anybody. I would say, like, just create a small template. I have them for my clients, and essentially it's like you would just go in there and start to create that. And I do like
hmm.
ConvertKit for email. So yes, I use Go High Level for everything. You can use Go High Level, April, and it is easy like that. You're setting it up if you want to keep costs low. But if you did want to add it in, like ConvertKit's like $29 a month.
I have a
We
convert kit.
great.
Yeah.
So we just use like Zapier to connect the two. And I just love it because you can add those emails really, really easy. And you can put them into draft as well. It's just like really easy.
Hmm. No, that's awesome.
Right? That's how I would do it. And if you get behind, you get behind, but like at least trying for that. And there is something about public accountability. Because if you did tell your list that you're gonna do it every day, You really should do it every day. And quite frankly, what I would do is I would turn that into hello, 30 days of social media biz like style tip as well. I feel
Hmm.
a February challenge coming on
Well,
in the
February is
group.
like leap year, so it could be
I
like a
know,
leap
so it's
into your new
perfect. Like
style.
it doesn't
Oh.
even have to be 30. It can just be 29. Okay, guys. And then you're like just kidding, like March 1st, you're like, you better finish that 30. Hilarious. So yes, that is what those are my recommendations for those things. Does anybody have any questions? I know that Melissa was saying she can't use the Q&A. Is her chat's there? Melissa, did you also want to come on camera? I didn't see her say she wanted to. So I always want to respect if people aren't ready for camera. You know, I'm not always camera ready, just most of the time. Usually I choose one day out of the week where I'm not purposefully camera ready. I'm like, no, I shall not go on camera today unless I'm wearing sunglasses and a hat.
This is not camera ready, but
It's great. What do you
but
mean? You're beautiful. Yeah. It's like, yeah, you are. I mean, we're always ready for camera. We might be on camera. So yeah, that's what I would say, like just to everyone and like what's your experience, if you don't mind me putting you on the spot, April, of like working with us and like working through things. Cause if somebody was watching this and they're like, is this really legit? Is you know what I mean?
well, I'll just say like I like with my numbers and doing the things that you were saying to do, which by the way, no one has ever like been as specific as you in telling me like these are the things that you need to do daily and like here's a plan. And I followed that plan and my Instagram numbers are like up 400%.
Mhm.
Um it's amazing. And then like I have a not even emailing my list,
Yeah.
and I have a very tiny, like this is a brand new business. I have like 11 or 12 people signed up for my free
Nice.
workshop.
That's really great. That's like
And
awesome numbers. Yeah. And no
like
paid ads or anything either.
no ad is all
Yeah.
completely organic. I only have like I'm almost at 400 Instagram followers.
That's
And
amazing. I mean, that's
then
short. You just switched everything.
yeah, my list is, like at like maybe 30 people or something. And so I just think like having that many is just a result of all like I'll just tell you guys like Tiana is the real deal. Like I've worked with other coaches and every experience can be valuable, but I have never had somebody that just completely pulled back the curtain on like this is what you need to do and like this is the work, this is the amount of work, but you will get the results. And I'm starting to get those results and
Mhm.
it's really awesome. I mean, it's so I feel like I've already gotten like so much like multiple of my investment back. Um
Yeah. Thank
so
you. I appreciate that because I love that you say pull back the curtain because that was like my prayer all the years I was like in the labyrinth of trying to figure out which way to turn next, right? Like what's gonna work here? And I'd take all these courses and I was like, you know what? When it's my turn to help anybody, I'm just gonna tell it like it is and share what I did, the things that have worked, the things that have not worked. And it does work. Every time there's this very specific thing that always works. And it's what I teach you guys in the 7-figure club and gals. And as you can see, and that's without the ads. And like also these numbers, like, we love to talk about 7 figures and 6 figures, but it all starts at one client. It starts at your first $1,000. It starts at your first $10,000. And then you get the momentum and the confidence. So having 11 people register who've never worked with you before, that's a humongous accomplishment. And you're going to do it this weekend. And no matter
mhm.
what happens, it's over and over again. Like it's going to continue growing. And so awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And there's like a little dog or something on Jessica. I love it.
Oh, so cute.
I love it. I want like a little dog because I keep my big dogs at home, and I'm like, I just want to hold one on camera, but I think it would be very distracting. So I guess we'll go today. We're at the hour. Thank you, April, for being courageous, coming on screen. Hopefully you learned about like look at all the fun stuff you get to learn and go high level now too. And it's very duplicatable and really fun. And Jessica, thanks for helping me with all the admin here. And those of you who attended, I see there's still some live viewers. We appreciate you being here. Let us know any questions. And again, you can go to automatetodominatecourse.com. Let me go bring up the thing. You can join us in the 7-figure club, because what I'm doing is I'm giving, a bonus 2 months into the 7-figure club to help you have the live support, the feedback, and you can go grab that right now, or you can message us for any questions. And have a great day, everybody. Bye.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.